Hi, I'm Megan My Day, and I'm doing Roller Derby 101 to kind of explain what's going on in roller derby for fresh meat as well as new fans. So I hope you like my videos, and let me know what you think. Thank you. First, we're going to go ahead and switch the camera around so we can look at a flat track derby diagram. Okay, as you can see on a flat track derby track, it is not a symmetrical oval. It actually is 13 feet here, 15 feet here. Again, it'll be 13 here and 15 here. This is considered turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, and turn 4. As you can see this line right here, this is considered the jammer line, and this one is the pivot line. So we're looking here, you see these little slashes. There's a slash for every 10 feet on the track. We'll go into explanation of that in a few. First thing we're going to talk about is how it starts off with 4 blockers from each team, and then you also have a jammer from each team. So you got 4 blockers and a jammer. The jammer is the one with the star. And we have the 4 blockers and the jammer with the star. Our next basic that we're going to talk about is you will be referred to in your new derby thing if you're fresh meat. This is considered lane 1. This is lane 2, lane 3, and lane 4. So if you're out on the track and they're saying lane 1, jammer's in lane 1, normally that's what they're saying. They're on the inside, or otherwise referred to as inside. Inside and outside. So you'll also hear that reference being called jammers on the inside, jammers on the outside, jammers in the middle. In the middle. So you want to remember that. That's basic knowledge that we need to know when you're out there on the track, so you're aware of what's going on. How this starts off is the pack can be anywhere between the jammer line or the pivot line. Or the pivot line. The catch is, if one team starts, you'll see over here on the pivot line, they only have 10 feet to space it. So this team here would actually go higher if they stayed on the pivot line. But for this example, we're just going to stay on your basic jam starts. Back in the old day, they blew one whistle, and the pivots, the jammer blockers, these are the blockers. The blockers would start, and then 5 seconds later, the jammers would go. Now, one whistle starts the whole jam. So at that point, the purpose is for the jammers to get past the blocker. The first jammer that gets past the blocker, we're going to say, was going to be orange team here. They get past. They get called lead. They get lead jam. A jam is 2 minutes long unless lead jammer calls it off. Lead jammer can lose lead status if they end up with a penalty before they call off the jam. And at that point, nobody will be lead jammer, and both jammers will have to do the whole 2 minutes. A penalty is 30 seconds unless you've gotten an insubordination, which we'll talk in other videos exactly what that is. And then that would add on to another 30 seconds. Okay, now we're going to go over here to the WFTDA website, which is a great reference tool for anything that you need to know about derby, and watch their brief video with some explanation also of what we were talking about. That's if my computer will work.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right? Roller derby is a hard-hitting contact sport played on quad roller skates. The object of the game is simple. Score a point for every opponent you pass. But getting there is not so simple. At the beginning of the jam, each team fields a jammer. The jammer is the skater with the star on her helmet, and she is the only one allowed to score points for her team. After the whistle, each jammer must make what's called their initial pass through the pack before they can start scoring points. On each subsequent pass, they can score 1 point for each opposing blocker they pass upright and inbounds on the track. If a jammer completely laps an opposing jammer, she can also earn a point for passing her. Each point is scored by the jammer's hips getting past her opponents, not her skates, requiring speed, agility, and even a little creativity. Women's flat track roller derby is played on a variety of floors and surfaces, including concrete, sport court, and wood. The track layout is 108 feet by 75 feet and is flat and oval. It also includes both outside lane and infield area for officials. You'll notice there are 2 primary lines across one side of the straightaway on the track. The back line is called the jammer line, and jammers must start each jam behind that line on the track. The other line is called the pivot line, and blockers start the jam anywhere on the track between the jammer line and the pivot line. Once the jam starts, the skaters are allowed to skate forward, pass these lines, and start making contact. But they must stay on the track at all times, if they can help it.
Okay, this ends the session of my first video. Hopefully we'll have a next video and explaining a little bit more detail of WFTDA flat track roller derby. Again, always thank you for being interested in roller derby. Skaters help skaters, fans help the skaters. It's a wonderful game that we all love to play that play it. Thank WFTDA for their information, and please always check out their website on all the information. They keep it up to date on what's going on. And for those that don't know, WFTDA does stand for Women's Flat Track Derby Association. And I hope to see you guys soon again. Thanks. Bye.